tread on your tire is wearing, just like in these pictures, then you probably have an alignment issue, and more than likely, if it's like these pictures, you have a toe-in that is out of adjustment, and I'm going to show you how to adjust that. I have a 2001 Honda Civic, and the alignment is off a little bit. It pulls to the left when I'm driving, and so what I'm going to do is check it with, I guess you can call it the string technique, and I'll show you how I'm doing this. I've run a string all the way around the back, right through the center, the tire, all the way around. So it's one continual string, and it's set up kind of like a U shape. The first thing I do is I set my steering wheel and center it straight. Because the string is touching the hubcap rather than touching the tire, I need to remove the hubcap so I can get a better adjustment. I've taken the hubcap off, and I've got just 2 lug bolts holding it, and that should be sufficient. What I'm doing is I'm sliding this to the left or right until that string slightly taps on the tire. In this case, it's tapping on the front side of the tire first. See if I can align it a little bit more. And put the string where it just first starts touching the tire. As you'll notice, on the back, I don't know if you can tell in this video, but there is a little bit of a gap in the back, which the toe-in should mean, toe-in means that the tire should be pointed inward just a little bit, and this one's the opposite. The back of the tire is pointed inward, and that's where my alignment issues are at. I'm going to check the other side. Of course, I've still got to take the hubcap on this one. Okay, looks like this wheel has the same problem just about. Whereas this side, I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it's in that way about 1/8 of an inch, which means it's opposite of what it should be. This side's barely touching the tire, so I'm gonna have a toe out problem. It needs to be towing in. I took the tire off just so that I could actually show you where the tie rod end is. This is what you will adjust to set the toe in. There's a nut right here. It's like a lock nut. It locks up against this. What you do is you'll back this nut off, and then there's shoulders on this rod back here, and you'll adjust those shoulders, and as you turn that, it will adjust the tire to an inward angle to where it points in that way. And all we want is about a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch toe in, almost exactly opposite of what it had right now. This nut is bigger than a 19, so I chose to use a crescent wrench just to break that nut loose, and as you can see, I've broken it loose to where I can turn it. So now I can adjust this rod back here and adjust the wheel back and forth. Now if I turn it the same direction as tightening this nut will eventually bind back up against that, and I'll have to loosen it again. So I'm going to back it off just a little bit. Okay, so this rod that we're adjusting, it looks like it's a 19 millimeter. And I'm going to slowly start adjusting this until my string test shows to be about a 1/16 of an inch toe in on the front side of the tire. Several times throughout the process while you're turning this, you also want to check your string, and also you want to move your in this case it's my jack. You can use anything. I've used a milk carton before, but you want to move your string back and forth, and whenever the string touches the back side of the tire first, just the very second it touches it, you stop. Then you come and you check your measurement. I was looking pretty good. I got about a 1/16 of an inch toe in now, rather than a toe out. So I'm going to lock this down right here and go to the other side. Okay, after a little bit of work, I do have this side where it is also, you can see the string there, we got about a 1/16 of an inch there. One thing I did run into was when I tried to tighten this lock nut back up against this tie rod end. My adjuster rod started to move too, and it was turning, which is not good because it takes it back out of alignment. So I had to hold a backup wrench here and then tighten the nut back up here. And you want to make sure you hold that rod. It can't turn while you're turning this, or it'll throw it all out that you just did. So, okay, next thing we gotta do is put the hubcap back on. Put the hubcaps back on both sides actually, and take it for a drive.